to the Twitch chat so I can see your chatting. I only briefly looked at the actual stream, so come over to the dark side. We have cookies. Great. Still use these ruffles. I think I'm gonna have to do something else with the skirt though. This is the waist tie and extra fabric. Okay. This is the new thingy. Wake up my arm. Come over to Twitch. I'll see you're chatting that way, so I don't have to walk over to my screen every time. I ended up having to buy more fabric. Mostly as a contingency plan, because I realized I had to redraft more than just the waistband and the front panel for my clients. I see more chats, but I have to walk over here. Oh, good. Great. Oh, that's so weird, though. I wonder why that's not working. Why isn't it showing? Okay, I'll just do this. Twitch. I really should change that. Stop it. Nobody cares. Alright, well, while that's happening, I'm going to change the information on the stream. I'm great. How are you? Okay, I'm going to change the channel information here. Ready for a workout class. That sounds exciting. Okay. We're going to filter this. This needs filtering. the chat to work anywhere now. That is so weird. And very frustrating because I can't see. I can't see anything. Unless, like, I'll just have to stream myself. Oh, wait. That's why it's not working. Oh, my God. Duh. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. This is the wrong thing. Everything's fine. Alright. Yes, everything's good. Hello. Hi. I look a little grubby today because I'm like not carrying this. I'm doing laundry. And I'm also, what am I also doing? Getting ready for a trip this weekend. So I work 2 days this week, today and tomorrow. And then Thursday we are leaving for my boyfriend's family reunion. So that's gonna be interesting. Not sure how that's gonna go, but I'm sure there'll be stories to tell. Yay, my EchoBot thing is working! Alright, so somewhere I have a tool. Do I have it in here? That would be the smart thing. Oh, where is my tool? Oh, crap. Guys. Oh my God, you guys. I'm missing so many tools. Unless it's in here. Is it room? Oh, that's hot. Shoot, guys, I am missing my notcher. My pattern notcher. No. Would I have put it in a smart place? Maybe? Jeez. Oh, I am so sad. Ow. Oh man. Unless it's in here. Is it in here? No, I don't want to turn it around. Oh man. Really? It might just be somewhere, but gosh darn it. Is it in this one? Oh. Where's my pattern notcher? Damn it all! Oh God, there's way too much glitter in here. It might be in here. Way too much stuff, you guys. no fun. Yeah. Oh man. Found 2 seam rippers under your machine. Yeah, I don't necessarily need my pattern notcher, but it did come with my whole... Oh, you know where it probably is? I think I know where it might be. And it's probably with my portfolio, which I believe is still at my friend's place. I have a portfolio that has like patterns and stuff in it. So I won't go ahead and buy a new one. Like I've been going a little crazy and thinking, I lost this thing, I must buy one now. So I ended up buying a walking foot because I don't know where that went, unless it's on my old machine that I put away in storage. And then I got a, what is it called, a compensating foot, presser foot for my industrial machine. I have the right compensating, but I needed the left compensating, so I bought another one of those. Alright, and then here's what I was gonna do. I need to adjust this shoulder strap so that it fits this guy. I need to iron this thing. I need to iron my papers. I love it. Every time I tell people, yes, you can iron paper and your patterns and stuff, they're always like, what? Yes, you can iron paper. Oh, and I got a text message from my friend. Oh no, I was going to try to meet her today, but I ended up having to do chores, and while I'm waiting for laundry to finish, I'm just doing this right now. Okay, so yeah, that is the same. It's actually on this side. This is how that fits in there. It's pretty close. It's pretty good. So it's going to hit right here. So we're going to move this up. So the difference, let's see what the difference is. A handy dandy little guy right here. We're going to do this in centimeters. To move it up. It's supposed to hit more like right here. I said that I would have this done by the end of the week, and I just realized that I'm leaving. So I can get most of this done before we leave on Thursday. Technically, Wednesday night, we're traveling down to Las Lunas to watch my boyfriend's mom's dogs. That's a mouthful. 9.5 centimeters. Okay. So we are going to start. We need to extend it too because this is already longer by about 9.5 centimeters. Do we just keep it at 9.5 centimeters length in addition, or do we extend it more on this side too? It doesn't seem like it would need it because it's already extended on the front. I think that's where we're gonna do it. Do it. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this and just extend it. I'm gonna copy the bottom because the rest of it is straight. And then we're going to do my little slidey trick. Like the only way to put patterns back in the envelope. Yeah. Oh, I'm not having a good day. God damn it. Sucks. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. What do I want to do? Maybe. So here's where my awesome table comes into play. Because it's not only covered in this paper, but it also has a layer of soundproof insulation that I could use push pins in. And that stuff is so cheap at, what's it called? Home Depot or Lowe's. I think it's like 12 bucks for a full slab of it. And then I just had it cut to the dimensions that I needed. Yeah, I like it. Alright, I'm gonna copy this with a marker. I'll just use this. Maybe I should use a different color other than pink because it's already edged in pink. Let's see, what can I use? Not pink. I have so many pens! I'll use this blue one. Like light blue one. It's like this kind of setup when I'd like this kind of setup when I get a full room. Yes. Again, very cheap. Also, I built my table. It's an old industrial door. It measures at 36 wide and 80 inches long. And then I have the insulation board, the soundproof board on top of it, and then I cover it in craft paper. And then whenever I need to replace the craft paper, like so, we finally got placemats because we're also using this as a dining table. We got placemats for it, but it's always useful to just be able to change it out when you need to. Wait. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Just make sure I got this lined up here. I don't know if you guys can see this close to the edge. Can you kind of see this close to the edge? Kind of maybe, question mark? So this is the placement for the ruffle. This is the placement for the ruffle. And we're going to move these marks up. So we're going to move them up the 9.5 centimeters that I measured. This already has seam allowance, so I just got to be careful with that. Okay. And then we're just going to use the old pattern as the template, which I've got right in front of my face. I don't know why I keep looking around for it. Alright, and I just wanted to make sure that I had that part. There's a slight, what's it called? Diagonal over here on the bottom part. So oops, see, sloppy. There we go. These up here. So I need 50 followers. realized, in order to become an affiliate. I have 34. Thank you, by the way. I really appreciate it. But we are still on a mission to get 50 followers, and that way I can start doing subscription-only services for those of you who support me and the channel that I have. And that way I can dedicate more time to doing more focused lessons, taking you through actual, like, from diagram to finished product kind of thing. Oh, yeah, posting to other groups besides the collective. I mean, there are other groups, but do you mean other groups not associated with Lolita Sewing and stuff like that? Because there's Pin Tucks and Lace, there's Advanced Lolita Sewing. Those are the 3 that I'm mostly a part of. Okay. I'm going to change my color now. So, we are going to extend this guy and move it up about 9.5 centimeters. So, 9.5 centimeters is here. We're going to move it this much. Let's see. Is that with the seam allowance? This is where I'm going to use pencil. I have an alarm set so that I can get my laundry. So that means placement is here for the ruffle, and then up to here for the panel. Let's see how this looks. There, there, yeah, that is about right. It doesn't need to go that much further. I might extend it just a little bit more so that there's some give. And I usually end up putting 2 buttonholes on the ends of these straps so that you can adjust it. So I'm going to extend it further. Let's see, I'll use the other color. Extend it further by maybe 5 centimeters. And that way there's just a little bit extra. Okay, I'm doing 6 centimeters. Never mind, just kidding. 6 centimeters right here. So this is the new strap. So ruffle, 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 ruffle side. And this is panel. Great. And what I end up doing too is I'll put, let's see, the seam allowance is 1 centimeter. So I'll be sure to mark that. about a centimeter in the center. Let's see what the center is. Right here. That is going to be a buttonhole. And that is going to be a buttonhole. Buttonholes here. And that should give enough leeway for the wearing of this garment. It's also not fitted, so it can always be adjusted. It's only attached to you by the back, basically, and the waist tie. So that's cool. We got that done. So there's that. This is the new waistband piece, which I should also mark. So our placement for, let's see here, this is the center. Isn't it? Isn't it? Easy way to find out. Hey. There's the center. It's pretty close. Okay. So then this aligns here. Yes. So this is the part of the panel, and then the additional, what is it? Like 4 centimeters? So 5 centimeters about going outward. Where did my other pen go? Here it is. So 5 centimeters there. 5 centimeters here. That is about where the shoulder strap edges will land. And then we decided that this is going to be the side panel, front panel, cut on fold. And what I'm going to do too, because this is extended now, it needs more fullness, it needs more fabric to fill in the gaps. So I'm just going to cut 2 straight rectangular pieces, and one of them is going to be cut in half, top to bottom, and those will be the side panels, and then the one piece on the fold is going to be the center panel. Okay, well, have fun at your class. Thanks for tuning in. And I want to remind everybody that if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, please come to the Twitch channel, and that way I can talk to you. I'll say hello. Please follow me on Twitch. Have I said that enough yet? Okay, so now we're going to cut this out. Have a good class, Melinette. Oh, where are the skizzers? Here they are. See ya. that's where the panel ends. Come everybody. Come to Twitch. It's free. Alright. Here is a shoulder strap. Okay. Almost got everything. Now I just need to cut these out and the skirt parts, which I got more fabric for because I'm an idiot. Alright. Take that. Rest is scrap paper. so hopefully we can get some more chatters. I need people! Anyway, I'm just gonna cut this stuff out. I'm just gonna focus on my work. Fabric. I cut these pieces out. I should set these aside. These will be part of apron. And this, these will not. But I suppose I could always make a second one in a regular size, in the original size, and maybe offer it at a discount. Oh, hello! Hi, Sarah! Oh, hey, awesome! Good timing! Pretty sure I have enough, but I got more anyway because I'm paranoid about running out of fabric. These already been cut. I suppose I could just put these away. I think my file is there. It is. And this too. Trying to make room for the work that I'm about to do. Yes, that was very convenient. Extremely convenient. Extreme convenience. Okay, that was unnecessary. The new waistband, this is the new shoulder strap, this is the new front panel, and I need to recut the skirt because the waistband has been expanded. So let's see. I think I have enough here, probably. Yeah, I do. I am just going to cut 2 straight rectangles from this stuff. Do something crazy. It's not that crazy, but it is a bit of a trick if you know about this. That's cool. Finished the dress, yay! Also made a mega puffy petticoat and round bonnet too. Also altered my Franken petty, 2 classical puppet petticoats that I sewed together because, well, one wasn't enough. One is never enough. Well, although Classical Puppets is a really good petticoat, I have one myself. And sometimes when I just want to do like regular everyday casual, I'll wear the one. But if I really want to poof it out, I have some petticoats that I made too, and I kind of combine everything. I'll usually probably limit it to 2 because my petticoats tend to be very poofy as well. Petticoats are a pain in the ass to make. I can make them, but just because I can make them doesn't mean I like to make them. So, I need to recut these skirts. So I mentioned, I don't know if you were here for that yet, but I did mention that because these have already been cut, I probably have enough to just make a second pink apron. There we go. So what I'm going to do, maybe I'll measure it from over here because it's more straight. So we're going to cut this, or maybe not. Alright, so I'm going to straighten these lines. So there's a trick. You can snip and rip, and it'll always follow along the grain line of your fabric. It's actually how we end up cutting draping fabric, like muslin. We just snip it and rip it. Yay! Oh, you embroidered it too? Wow! That's some dedication. Alright. I'm going to snip it right here and rip this. I'm just some extra fabric. And I guess that's my new remnant holder thing. So yeah, this will always rip on the grain line. And that way you have a straight line. If you need to cut strips, you just snip it and you rip it, and they're gonna always be even. Oh, this should be warm now. I'm gonna iron that in a minute. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. Distilled water. Jeez. The water here is actually pretty clean. Still, you always want to try to have distilled water in your iron so that it doesn't build up minerals. Overkill, but I was thinking of having another camera where my ironing setup is, or just having an ironing board that can be tabletop so you can see that. Not sure. Still not sure about things. Alright, I think I have enough here to get 2 skirt panels out of it. Yeah, it looks like I do. Yeah, you know, I was actually thinking of just getting a one of those pads that you put down and you can conveniently fold it. So let's see. This is my straight edge over here. I'm going to turn this over. So you see it's a little bit wonky down here. That's really just because it needs to be stretched a little and straightened out. Otherwise, this is just an even weave fabric. So, okay. Have our edge over here. See how straight that is? It's actually very convenient. So, we're going to do 2 of these just straight across. One here. And then I suppose I could just measure it, but one here. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Realizing this week that it's a really good idea after binge sewing, yeah, to have that tabletop set up. And then one of these is going to get snipped down the center. So that it's going to be a side panel. There we go. There's a side panel. Alright, so ignore the little threads here. Off with you. And this is now remnant. Although I do still need to cut out other things. Not sure if it's long enough. Maybe it is. Is it long enough? No! Oh! So close! So close! That's not long enough. I don't know if I can do that. What about shoulder straps? I think the shoulder straps would fit, but I don't think I can get 4 of them. Get 2 of them. Yeah, I can get 2. So I'll save this for shoulder straps. I need a longer piece. So I did need the extra fabric after all, which is a good thing that I bought it then. There's one side panel. We're gonna iron these 2. Center panel. Okay. Yeah. Could have sworn I had a set of bloomers pre-cut and I can't find them. Need to make a set of straps, but I was feeling like bloomers. Lucky win on the fabric, yes. Lucky win indeed. Yeah, and I also get sidetracked on projects all the time. Like, I think I was in the middle of making myself a dress, and then I had to move, and so I had to put that all away. So it's all cut out and everything. I don't think I sewed a stitch on it, and it's still in a bag. And then I started this other thing. Well, to be fair, I started on commissions that I have. But still, I get sidetracked. And I work tonight. That's going to be interesting. Although I only work 2 days this week because I'm leaving town. I was telling Melanette, who was in the chat earlier, that my boyfriend has a giant family reunion that he's taking me to. It happens every 3 years. His family is huge. Very Hispanic. And so am I, so I fit right in. It's just, I don't have a big family here in the United States, so family reunions are a foreign idea to me. So I have no idea what to expect. It's quite a to-do. Yeah. I mean, I like his family. These are a lot of people that live like all over the country, so I haven't met them yet. But it's like $90 per person that everyone's supposed to chip in for, and a little bit extra, I think, if you want to stay. The money goes to accommodations and food. Okay, there is the new that thing. The new skirt panels. Skirt panels. Yeah, it's like hundreds of people are going to be at this thing. And it's a 3-day affair, I think. So I can get 2 of these shoulder straps from this bit. I'll have to, I think I'm just going to pin it down here. What in the world is this song? I don't know what I'm listening to. I just have music that is sanctioned and able to be played on streams, so I chose the synthwave channel. Oh, why am I cutting with these scissors? Scissors are not good. What kind of scissors should I use? These. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Again, do not know what to expect, but it should be an interesting time. And as the old Chinese proverb or curse, depending on who you talk to, says, may we live in interesting times. Okay, seriously though. So long. No. So I'm still working on trying to get followers. I need 50. I keep saying this. I just don't know who's listening on the stream right now. But I need 50 followers, 3 concurrent viewers within the last 30 days, and at least 500 minutes broadcast on 7 unique days in the last 30 days. So I got that part. I need more people watching and following. I'm trying to share it on different social medias, mostly Facebook right now. But I do have it on YouTube, and I'm trying to tell my YouTube peeps to come over to Twitch so that they can follow me. And also don't forget Discord. Slowly my Discord army is growing. Okay, so here is where we're going to mark. Here. 1. This is the ruffle. This is the end of the panel. There. build up our little guy. I don't know if I really need to mark that though. I don't think I need to mark that part. Meow. You tried posting to the Lolita sewing groups. I wanted to ask permission first. I think on, what is it, the Lolita Sewing Collective, I did talk to Amber, and I think she gave me permission, but I tried contacting her recently again so that I could be sure that that is definitely still something I can do. But until then, I just posted to my Mode a la Belle page. So I'm very timid and shy. And I don't like imposing myself on others too much. So this is done. I'm having a day. Today is a day. Ooh, can I get one out of this? Wait, why did I put that away? I still need to cut one out. What is wrong with me? Okay. Well, you'll need to excuse me a moment. I shall return. Oh, that fell. Alright, I'll be right back. got this working again, so pretty sure. It says connected to chat now, so it didn't say that before. I was gonna iron this. So I can't really tell if there are actual people in the chat or just bots, but I do want to mention that if you're watching right now, the only way you can chat with me is if you're following me. So you can join the chat if you're following the channel, and you have to be a follower for at least 10 minutes. Because trolls. I don't like trolls. I'm very sensitive. Let's see. I don't know if I can get anything out of this right now, but it's remnants, so I'll put it in my scraps. There. Let's see. Got this extra fabric. And these extra pieces. Now I guess I'm making another apron in pink. Because why not? Alright, and I got the rest of the bolt when I went back. Let's see. I only need one panel, and I only need one waistband. I think that's the last of it. No, come back! Is it wide enough? I think we decided that it's not. It was a little wider. Maybe? Yeah. It's just a smidge. So small of a difference. I don't want to risk it. Alright. I'm gonna do it this way. I would like to start sewing something soon. Get this thing off of here. Edge of my table here, so let's do that much, and this time I'll just use pins. Sewing stuff. Good job on finding them. Doesn't that feel good when you find things? Especially when you're like going crazy trying to find them. I know I feel good about it. Your fabric stash is bigger than you thought it was. Yes, fabric stash can be a problem. I have one box full of just shears. I have another box full of my lace, which maybe you've seen in one of my videos. I'll bring that out sometime. And then just stacks and stacks of fabric. Ooh. Yeah. I'm actually thinking of recycling some of it so I can make a tablecloth for this thing, for this table. I happen to have some poplin, and it's like exactly what tablecloth material is made out of. And I was intending on making suits, like a Lolita suit type thing. It's something I saw on a cover that I was inspired by. I'm like, I know, I'll get poplin out of polyester. Probably not a good idea. I mean, you can wear polyester, it's fine. It's just not very, it doesn't have very good wicking. Some sweat in it. You're wearing plastic. Polyester these days is better than it was from the 70s. If you ever feel like a 1970s polyester suit, oh man, I feel sorry for whoever wore those things. So it's not as bad now, but it's still it's very warm material. Also found a pre-cut short coat and blouse from the Otome books. Not ready to tackle a blouse again yet. I've never been able to make one, not without trying. They all turn out awful. Ah, well, it's interesting you mention that, because one of my goals is to go through a blouse making tutorial on this here channel. I would love to do something really dedicated so that people can like go from start to finish like an instructional, and I want it to be available to subscribers, because it's like, it's definitely a specialized service that I would be providing. It's like, you know, a private tutorial almost, so it would be very limited to just a few people, and I would include like not really a syllabus or a lesson plan, but more like I want to include the material, informational material. So I would get everybody a scan of the diagram that we'd be following to make a blouse pattern and then create the blouse itself from start to finish. That's one of my goals, life goals. I have life goals. Okay. Okay, I think that is marked correctly. And we have a waistband. Last piece. Oh, this needs to be ironed. Here's a trick. So I ironed, I don't know if you can see that, but I ironed the placements here. So this is the center line, this is the side seam lines, and then I marked the other ones up here. So this is where the shoulder straps should fall. This is going to be the edge of the shoulder straps, the inside edge of the panel, and then the center of the panel. Ah. Found some Dupioni curtains at the charity shop. Wow, 20.8 meters of fabric. It's a shifting green color. That's cool. Planning on a first draft of a historical Lolita plus a robe à la Française out of the is it Dupioni? Is it the one with the slubs in it? Got an Indian block print. I've been too terrified to touch so I can destroy the charity find. $1.50, something like that in US dollars. The pound is just a little stronger than the US dollar. Not surprising. That's cool. That's a great thrift store find. I love finding things in thrift stores. I do that all the time. Thrift stores, especially big ones, are totally my jam. Okay, this is a waistband now. So we're going to put this over here. I still need to cut another set of the shoulder straps. I only need one. Let's see. I only need one of these front panels. Oh, I need to iron this thing so bad. Yes, so it's Dupioni. Is there a way to like this song? There it is. It. Let's see, where's the green? Green's kind of going like this. Not really historically accurate, but I'll get a feel for the patterns at least. I mean, yeah, that's partly why I like going to thrift stores. I actually found some really nice ribbing that I ended up making an entire sweater out of. Love that sweater. Do I still have that sweater? Oh, do I? Dress. This is the dress that I made in the time-lapse video. So that's fun. And then this little sweater I ended up making out of like fabric I found at a thrift store. So it's just the cutest thing and it's so comfortable. And it has these cute little bell sleeves. It's really soft. Yeah, I still have it up for sale. I think somebody said they were interested in it, but I was in the middle of transition, so I couldn't get it out and sell it until I was settled. But anyway, this is a cute little sweater I made out of some remnant ribbing fabric I found at a thrift store. I even have my label in there. Isn't that cute? So yeah, I think I was selling it for $35. And it has this pearl edging all around the ruffles. It's serged on the inside, so there's nothing hanging around. Try to make things look professionally finished because I'm crazy that way. But I love this lace on it. I think it's super pretty. And like I said, it's really, really comfy. It's such a soft ribbing. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, it's a great place to find remnant fabric if you just want to like mess around and not use your stash that's expensive that you've collected over some time and you're saving for something special. You can make mock-ups and toiles out of sheets if you wanted to. Yeah, so this actually looks really cute with this dress over it. I think I had it on there when I was displaying it in a store briefly, and it looked really cute in combination. Anyone want a dress? I have so many, and I haven't been able to sell them because I've been out of commission. It is super cute. I need to go back to going to conventions. Just like I said, life has been crazy and so many things keep happening that like give me no time to do any of the things that put me out there and made me money. Although Etsy has been pretty consistent. For instance, this apron that I'm making right now is for a client. I don't think she's tuned in today, but she was the other day. The cat bug cosplay somebody found on my blog and said, hey, are you still making that, or can you make it for me? And I'm like, okay. And luckily that's not due until next year, but I would like to try to get it done sooner than that naturally. But since these are more time pressing, I need to focus on this one. And then I have a returning customer now who loved my work when I made her a very custom little jump skirt that she designed, and I took her design and I made it her reality. And then she's like, hey, I hope you remember me. A friend of mine designs fabric and we wanted to know if you'd make her a jump skirt out of it. So that's cool. And I said yes, and I haven't really consulted on how much yet, but how much fabric that we would need or any of the details necessary to continue that project. But still, it recently just came in, so it looks like pretty consistent work just through Etsy, really. Etsy's an interesting platform. I'm very surprised that I'm able to do this through a platform like it. I know your pain on having so many dresses. I can't bear to attempt to sell mine yet. I'd like to, but not confident on that front. Oh, well, I don't know if you were around when I was talking about the very first dress I ever tried making in Lolita style. It was before I got any of the Otome books. It was before I even really understood how to put together a silhouette or the whole aesthetic of a Lolita dress or outfit. And I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. It was a disaster. All I could do was just keep trying, really. And it wasn't really until I got the Otome no Sewing books that I started to understand how it was put together, like what made the Lolita silhouette a Lolita silhouette. So honestly, just following the Otome books are what changed my tune, my ability, and I will always be grateful. So I have obsessively collected them. Every time a new one is released, I will be there and I will buy it. Except the collection ones, because I already have the previous issues, so I don't need like reissues of the same style that they just kind of took from. For instance, the first collection I think was the first 3 books, and they had like the featured designs from the first 3 books just put into one book and then sell it as, you know, a little cash cow, a cash grab kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't need that because I have these other ones. I'm so happy my Echo Bot is working. I had to give up on Nightbot, and I'm using the Streamlabs bot instead. Seems to be more consistent. Ooh, I am almost there. This is the last thing. God, I hope this fits her. Ugh, always the most anxiety-inducing thing is I hope it fits. Usually does. I'm usually pretty good about that. I just worry. I'm a worrier. I worry all the time on, is it gonna look right? Is it gonna fit right? I'll get there. I go from being really confident to like really not confident. There is no in between. Always teetering on the edge one way or another. You have, wait, 8 and 13 or 8 through 13? Or 8 out of 13, I should ask, probably. Good! Oh, doesn't that feel good? Yay, it fits! And you didn't have to alter it from the large size that they give you? That's fantastic. That also feels good. It's like, hey, I fit into a large Japanese size, which is actually a medium. I have been fluctuating in my weight lately, and it bothers me, but I am not nearly where I used to be when I was in my mid-20s. When I was in my mid-20s, I weighed, and I'm 5'1", I weighed almost 150 pounds. And it was noticeable. My mom kept calling me fat, and I didn't do anything about it. And it wasn't until I didn't try doing anything about it, except like randomly deciding to change my diet. Not necessarily my diet, but I was drinking a lot of soda water, like Coca-Cola, and that probably didn't help. I was eating a lot of fast food, and my diet changed because my life had changed, and it wasn't like a conscious decision, but I noticed a lot of people telling me, hey, you slimmed down, and that was the best feeling of my life. I didn't even notice it. I wasn't even trying. I just switched to soda water, like fizzy water, and ate once a day because that's really all I needed since I'm so small. Like, I'd have one meal in lunchtime and then usually only eat half of it, and so my dinner was my leftovers, and I was drinking just fizzy water all day long, and so for some reason that worked for me. But man, I never want to be 148 pounds again. And so fitting into the Lolita dresses as a size large in the Otome no Sewing books is a really good feeling for me. It always gives me pleasure. Got 8 of the 13 books, not in order. Patterns do skimp on skirt volume, I think. I'm attempting to do stuff about my weight just now. Me and mother attempted celery smoothies. Celery smoothies? Ugh. Well, I told you what I did. And again, it won't work for everyone. It just worked for me. So that's the problem with diet, is like everybody is so individual that you just have to find the thing that works for you. For me, it was cutting out sugars. So I do still have desserts, and sometimes I'll be a little more obsessive about it than other times, but I don't have dessert every day. I don't have sweets every day. I don't drink Coca-Cola or any sugared drinks every day like I used to. And I eat very sparingly. In fact, I haven't even had my lunch yet. I'll probably end up making myself a sandwich, and that's likely the only thing I'll end up eating. I do love soda water. So instead of drinking Coca-Cola every day, I switched to having a soda stream, and I'll just drink gallons and gallons of fizzy water all day long. And it's just water, so it satisfies me with the bubbles and doesn't have any additional stuff in it. But yeah, the thing about diet that they don't tell you is you can't follow a fad diet because you are a very individual kind of biological creature. But celery smoothies, that's just sad. Okay. We have things. And I think we marked everything, yes. We have this front panel. We have this waistband. And the other shoulder straps. We cut. So we have 4 of these like we're supposed to. These are the skirts. And the waist ties. And the ruffles. Yes. We have these. We have waist ties. We have ruffles. Front panel. And remnant fabric. We have this remnant. Now we have extra pieces, which I'll probably end up making into a second apron of the regular size that it comes in. This is day 1 of Grim Smoothies, trying a week and seeing how we cope. 144 pounds and 5'1". Wheat intolerant, so can't binge most cakes or crisps or biscuits, probably cookies. I'm assuming you're in the UK, since you said, pound is the denomination of choice. So. Yeah. Cool. So, okay. Weird question. What do you think of American accents? What do you think of my accent? Do you find it different? Do you find it abhorrent? Do you find it interesting? Or it is just what it is? I'm always curious. I heard that there are some people in the UK that cannot stand the American accent. Something about it just rubs them the wrong way. I can understand it too. Especially the southern accent. I hate the southern accent. I think it sounds, and it's very discriminatory of me to say this, I think it sounds uneducated. Oh God. I guess kind of like a Cockney accent might. I love accents. I love languages. I love hearing people's opinions and culture clashes and all that interesting stuff. I think it's fascinating. Is that a weird thing to say? Overlock some things here. Also, we have this. Set this aside. Oh, I love a good Scottish brogue. I do. I love me some Outlander. So much. God, so romantic, so sexy. Okay, we're gonna mark this in the center. Perfect. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. This way. Cool. I was watching a TV show last night and heard one and was like, oh my god, my kid! Can't understand a thick Southern accent, to be honest. Sick, Southern American accent, I'm assuming? That honey boo boo chick. Yeah, I guess Southern American. Nope, don't blame you. I cannot stand it. I can't stand it. I come from California. So what do they say? The Californian accent, every vowel is like almost over enunciated. So do they also say that we tend to have the most clear, maybe the most annoyingly enunciated accent? We have an accent. We don't see it as that because, we grew up with it, but yeah, everything is like overpronounced. Oh God, Southerners. Ugh. Terrible. It's very terrible. Although they were the only ones, not the only ones, they were one of the few accents that were non-rhotic, as like many of the British accents that you hear are non-rhotic accents because you don't pronounce your R's. The Irish accent is a rhotic accent. Most American accents are rhotic, except the Southern accent, up until about 25, 30 years ago, they started incorporating their R's again into their Southern dialect. The other non-rhotic American accent, I think, was Boston. So, because it's New England, so they also had the dropped R. Told you, I really like accents and I really like languages, so it's a thing. I'm still trying to figure out, like, why do Argentines have this weird pronunciation thing where every other Spanish-speaking country does not have the double L sound as a zh sound? Like, we're the only ones that do that, and not even Chile or Bolivia or Peru do that, but we do. Why? I want to know these things. Inquiring minds want to know. Alright, I need to do things. I need to bring my machines over here so that I could do some, oh well, I also funny to get. So many things. Oh. What is this, scrap? Is that scrap? I think it's scrap. Alright. I have too many books out. I have these two. And volume 1. Look at that old school Lolita. That is just so funny. It's cute, but it's like not really Lolita. Oh god. Some of this stuff is so weird. Some of it's interesting though. But god, those platform boots though. Oh, I think I'd save this for someone who is interested. That's kind of cute. It's pretty basic though. This is the very first volume of the sewing pattern Lolita books. So I have 1, I have 4, I have 6, and then I have all of these. These are a lot better curated. And I think recently they started accepting submissions again. So what they used to do is people would send in their own designs, and then those designs would get chosen, like a select few would get chosen and then converted here. So you have all these designs that people would design and send into the magazine, and then a certain amount of them would actually get chosen to be featured as a pattern that you could then make a thing out of. So you see here, this is like the winning design, and this is actually kind of cute with the belt. I really like that belt. But some of this is just like, what in the world is going on with this dress? And I don't know if you can even see this, but this skirt is supposed to be a lot longer and a lot fuller. What were they thinking? I don't know. I don't know things, but these skirts are just atrocious. Oh yeah, well you mentioned something about the problem of the skirt fullness in a lot of these books. So actually what I end up doing, the fullness here is a little bit better, you can tell. And this one's actually pretty okay too. But what I end up doing, if you are about the same size as me, I want to say I'm like 125 pounds, I'm also 5'1", but I wear the size large in the Otome books. And what I end up doing is, instead of following the pattern for a skirt in any of these, if it's a jump skirt, an OP or whatever, I won't do the pattern from the book. I'll actually just cut 2 panels of 45-inch fabric. And it, measures up to 90, maybe 88 with seam allowance already incorporated. 88 circumference. So the whole circumference of the dress is going to be about 88 inches. And that's enough fullness for a nice, sometimes double petticoat if you go that route. And that's my starting point. That's like the base number for fullness. If you want to have more fullness, you go from 88, 90 to a bigger fullness, and you just add panels on the side. Or you can cut along the length of the fabric and extend it that way. Sometimes you have to, because border prints are printed that way. It depends. But I always make my minimum circumference of the dress 88 to 90 inches. The start one in 13 is so cute. Yeah, it is. Speaking, so it reminds me of the difference in saying herb. Herbs, not herb, but we say herbs. I know. It's a damn travesty. Why do we do that? Herb. Or Z instead of the letter Z. There's another one. A through Z. Although I have a weird amalgamation of cultures in my upbringing, so One of the things that I do that sometimes annoys people, depending on who I'm talking to, is I'll do German 7s. When I'm writing a 7, I'll always cross my 7. When I'm writing a Z, I'll cross my Z's. It's an old world thing. My mom grew up in Argentina, and I watched her writing all the time. So my writing is very old-fashioned. Like I still write in cursive. I refuse to not write in cursive if I, have to. Or if somebody complains about it, I don't give a fuck. Because my cursive writing is beautiful, and I love it. And also, everybody should be writing in cursive when it's convenient for them. Don't force printing for everything, you uncultured swine. Oh, are you leaving? No, I was just gonna go get my laundry. Oh, okay. Streaming, so. Oh. You want me to turn it off real quick?
No, you're good. It's fine. As long as you don't mind it. As long as you don't mind me just being.
No, I don't mind it. I have a roommate. She's going to get her laundry. She's going to pass by in a moment. Wide hip? Oh, pear-shaped. Yeah, okay. So I ended up doing the cutting layout 1.5 meters. Okay. Yeah. She wasn't sure if I would be upset about it or not, but I'm fine with it. She's fine with it. Everyone's fine with it. I have a roommate. She's adorable. We all love anime, so we geek out on stuff all the time. Yep, they have been warned.
Okay, sounds good.
So this one, is that the one you're talking about? Yes, we are all weebs here. Our internet is called Internet is Best Waifu. Let's see, what time is it? 3:05. Okay. Oh gosh. Let's hope this thing is still working. Oh, did this come from this? Looks like it did. No, it didn't. Which one did this come from? Oh, 4. 4. Look. The star dress in that book is so cute. Star dress. I think I know the one you're talking about. Oh, that! Yeah! See how they're doing these design submissions again? But these look a lot better patterned, I think. Because you can tell it's a little bit more full, like it's supposed to look here. Skirts are a little bit longer. I love the asymmetrical skirt of that star dress as well. It is super cute. Yeah, see, they, I guess it's a class, and they all submitted, because they look like professional, or at least student professional illustrations. Like the kind of illustrations that I learned how to do when I went to school. Yeah, some of these are pretty cute. Pretty cute. Birdcage. They have like mommy-daughter things. So adorable. I forgot that that was in there. And then these are advertisements. So these are not part of the patterns that you can do. This is an adorable dress though. I am not crazy about the fabric choice, but it is really cute. And actually, I wonder if this is basically the same, only with a different skirt. Okay, if I start doing this, I'm never gonna get anything done. Oh my god, I gotta put this away. Put it away. doing. I have this frame here, and I'm just trying to put this backing back in it so I can put it away. There. Okay. Yay. Alright, in theory this should work. There we go. Not sure it fully reads Lolita, but it is cute. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of those things. It's like, I look at some of those designs and I'm like, is it Lolita though? Is it really? Oh, yeah. Ugh. There. I have one. I guess we're doing a one needle right now. Okay. I'll use a scrap. That's what scraps are for. Scrap. Bigger scrap. Yeah, okay. This works. This needs to be here. You guys see? See that? It's not too bad. That is not too bad. Wow. Alright, so far so good. Didn't even have to change the tension or anything. That looks pretty clean. That looks very, very clean. Okay. So we're doing a one needle serger overlock thing. There's a lady that I worked for briefly who would insist, and perhaps she's right, is that only home machines are called sergers. Otherwise, they're known as an overlock machine. Do not mistake the difference, or else you will suffer her wrath. Alright. Oh, that's the other thing I was looking for. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. I still haven't eaten. I don't have much time. I'm gonna complain like this. Okay, here we go. I did put it back. Hey, look at that. And this as well. I need this. Okay. Okay. What's that? I pray to the sewing gods for you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so dry here. Oh my god. Okay, just to clarify, I live in New Mexico. We are in the high desert. I don't know if you know what that means, but it's not like a desert, like a Sahara. It's more like a mountainous desert. So it's pretty dry. And occasionally, I need something to drink, and then my throat starts closing up and I need to cough. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you can see that pretty okay, right? Okay. So we're going to center this. In fact, I am going to mark the center of this front panel with an ironing thingy. Fun fact, I learned this trick by watching a very special video of Baby the Stars Shine Bright and their design making process. So they go through the entire process of Mama-san, who's the lead designer. I don't know if she still is, because this video was made quite a few years ago now. I want to say like almost 10 years ago. But it starts with her making the design and then the design getting sent to their factory in Japan. I think it's called Tokyo Young is the factory, and you watch them go through the process of making official Baby the Stars Shine Bright Lolita dresses. And I found it very educational and very informative and fascinating. And this is on the wrong side. But I can still use it. I mean, I can still place it that way, but still. They iron their markings. Like, so when they find their center, they iron it down, and then that's where you see it, so it just irons out when they're done with it. Okay, so here, we could probably get away with doing this. I usually want to keep one of these little patches of music notes. I know it's backwards right now, but I want to keep it in the center so that it has some symmetry. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to cut it off right around here. Oh god, it's paper scissors. I'm going to turn this around. Wait. Is that right? That's funny. Music notes go that way. This is supposed to be a G. Except that this is woven on the wrong side. Really? I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but man. No, maybe that is the way it's supposed to go? Oh my god. No, because music notes don't go that way. Oh, jeez. Oh, the hail was in New York City. I do recall a friend of mine who lives in New York City who mentioned that there was quite a hailstorm that happened. It doesn't look too bad. Alright, the other thing I'm going to measure, or I'm going to iron down, is this little guy right here. to iron this as well, though. I mean, am I crazy? Hey, Kaylin.
Hi, I'm back.
Do you know anything about music?
Yes.
Well, I'm pretty sure music notes go like this.
As far as I know,
And
yes.
that's a G. That's a treble.
Yes.
But
that's
this is the right side of the weave.
Actually, I'm pretty sure this is the correct direction.
Are you sure?
I might be completely wrong, but I
But
don't know
the,
what
but
that
the
kind of
music
music.
notes are.
The correct way that way, aren't they? No, they're not. You're right. They're backwards. Oh, that bothers me.
I know, right?
That bothers me a lot.
Now, wait a minute. I have music that I could just look at real quick. Oh, God, I am missing books of music, but I don't know where they went. Where is my music? Oh, here. What the hell, man? Seriously, though. Yep. That shit is backwards. God. Effing damn it. Okay. Yes, next week. Next week I will be meeting with my friend. And oh Jesus. Oh my Jesus. I still have no direct places for things. I will clean up this place though before I get crazy. Okay. So we're gonna place it right about there. Yep, and I have enough room. So I'm going to just straight attach this to with the serger, the overlock machine. Just gonna pin this down in strategic places. to have a certain width. So I'm barely skimming the edge. There we go. Cool. Nice starting point for our front panel of the custom apron. Squeeze. That is a good start. And also a good stopping point for me, since now I need to make myself something to eat and then start thinking about getting ready for work tonight. So, this of course will be archived on my channel for, I think, 14 days. Once I become an affiliate, it's a little bit longer that things get archived for, but for now, it should be fine. Unless I decide to like take a clip out or something, but I don't think I've been doing anything too significant that warrants making a clip or saving it for longer than it already is, since we're just trying to build up a community for now. And until we do, this will suffice. That's very pretty though. I do like the combination of pink with the white lace. Okay, so with that being said, I think this is the time where I will say goodbye. And thank you again for joining me. Still trying to get to the 50 follower mark, so yeah, little by little, it'll happen. In the meantime, have a good day, and we'll see you perhaps next time. Probably not tomorrow, but next time for sure. If you're a follower, you're gonna get a little announcement of when I'm going to be streaming again. So, and don't forget to join my Discord, and yeah, talk to you later. Bye.